See you at Miffy's birthday surprise, live on stage.
I'm ready. I've got my backpack out of my books, and I'm ready to meet you know who.
With the adventures of Miffy, a cute little female rabbit, Dick Brunner won the hearts of children from all over the world. More than 85 million copies have been sold so far, and the stories have been translated into 50 different languages. Dick Brunner started his career designing book covers. He made over 2,000 of them. But his greatest passion is making children's books. Although he's in his 80s now, Dick Brunner still works 7 days a week. Each picture is created using a paintbrush. He works intensively on every detail.
Als ik nou Nijn moet tekenen, hè? Alleen het gezichtje, zo die 2 oogjes en het kruisje. Je weet niet hoe lang ik daar soms op bezig kan zijn om er net een heel klein beetje ongelukkig te maken. Of er een heel klein beetje vrolijk te maken. Dus zo ben ik natuurlijk ontzettend met dat soort van hele kleine details bezig. Zoals je ook kunt zien dat in de vader en moeder van Nijn, die hebben een extra kruisje. Die zijn gewoon ietsje ouder, die hebben een rimpeltje meer. The pendant that she wore, you see? The bell was rung to start the day, and school could then begin. Als ik zo aan de tekentafel zit en ik ben zo aan het tekenen, dat ik dan soms wel het idee heb van dat het kind daar staat. Aan de andere kant van de tekentafel. En dat kijkt me dan recht aan. Dat is ook een van de redenen waarom ik altijd aan laat kijken. Ontzettende directe wat een kind doet. En dat is iets wat ik ook ontzettend op prijs stel.
The pure and simple world that Brunner creates with his minimal use of colours and thick black lines makes his work highly distinctive. Not surprisingly, Brunner is inspired by famous modernist artists like Mondrian, Rietveld, and especially Henri Matisse.
Je bent altijd aan het proberen om het beter te doen, om het eenvoudiger te doen. Dit is ook een proces geweest om naar dat platte vlak toe te komen. Zoals dat bij Mondrian ook gegaan is, bij allerlei andere mensen gegaan is. Dat, dit is mijn stijl geworden. Je zal maar heel zelden zien dat ik perspectief gebruik. Nou, van Matisse heb ik natuurlijk zijn eenvoud geleerd eigenlijk. En het kleurgebruik. Want wat hij de laatste jaren dus gedaan heeft, dat zijn dus echt die knipsels gemaakt uit effen kleuren op een wit vlak. Nou, en dat vond ik fantastisch. Dat heb ik natuurlijk met mijn eigen werk ook geprobeerd om alles terug te brengen tot de grootste eenvoud. Dat je echt overhoudt wat essentieel is.
Someday.
So this is it, your first big audition. How are you feeling?
Nervous, excited.
Oh, we gotta go.
Oh, you're going too?
Yeah, I'm dropping Ryan on the way to do a gig.
Okay.
I think they're both quite nervous and tense right now. I mean, it's getting to that crunch time. Visa's about to expire, and really, if they don't get any acting work soon, they'll both have to go. I really don't want them to go.
Yeah, I really do like their apartment.
What is it?
Yeah, this happens sometimes, but it usually starts with a push.
Well, I can't push. It's dusty. I'm in my audition gear.
Yeah, but... Oh. All right, you jump in, I'll push. All right? Go on. Come on, hit the clutch. Come on. Wait.
Can you come in, please? I'm nervous.
Oh man, I can't. Look, I have to go to a gig.
Please,
please. I'm dressed as Bencho.
Please.
Look, guys, we're running a little bit late, and we're going to be ready for it in a few minutes, okay?
Okay, not a problem.
Why are you speaking in an American accent?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
All right. With these skills, we pay the bills. Now, who's right for the part?
I am.
You, that's who. Tell me when will you be mine? Tell me quando. Is this a dagger which I see before me? I'm an actor. This is just at weekends.
Cool.
We will let him, he'll come up and meet you when Lynn will let him out. They want shelter, they have a lovely den box there with a soft bed inside. If they want to look out that way, they can. When the kangaroos come up from the forest every night, they can all stand there and watch that happening. And the male in here, Yaok, is another one. But when it rains, no, he never comes out. Hopefully, in the next 2 weeks or so, this here will become our preparation kitchen, and what will happen in the one we're using now, that's going to become our hospital, our own hospital on site. So this is going to be, when it's finished, we're doing still the plaster. That will be our preparation area, but yeah, much more convenient for both ends. I started all this because since I was a child, I had a fascination for the dingo, but you weren't allowed to own them. And a good friend of mine who was a competitor actually in the dog world, because I'm an all-breed dog judge. I judge around the world and I breed dogs, and I've bred 150 champion dogs myself. My days with the purebred dog world are, as far as I'm concerned, quite finished, because the more I learn about these animals now that I have them legally, the more fascinated I become, the more I understand that this is such a magic species. This is the ancestor of every dog in the world. It's not the other way around. And this science is showing us this more every day. Oh yeah, there are all these running areas here and that one there as well. And we have to use these special locks because the dingoes can figure out such simple things as this. And they not only let themselves out, but then they run along and let everybody else out. Oh my gosh. Now it's going to be a bit slippery, but you can walk on the wire so you won't slip. But walk close to the fence and up the hill. And when we go in here, these are going to want to go back out to their warm den. So I'll hold them in if I can. Back. Oh, sorry, there's some. Let's see. Just watch your footing and stay on the wire. Come on. Saxon. Good man.
This is the brush tail that they were talking about.
Yes. Now, he actually comes from Western Australia, but he's just starting to develop it. But you see inside it's dark grey like a wolf colour.
Oh, it is.
So that's all that's left of the wolf in these.
Amazing. Is this like a fully grown tail?
Yeah. Oh well, this is a newly grown tail. This is more a desert dingo that has come to Victoria and spent 2 winters. One winter now. One winter triggers the gene for the undercoat to grow.
Yes.
And so he's developing a nice brush tail. The reason for the tail, as did Kylie tell you, is so that because it's freezing cold, this is the time of year they have their babies, or they just curl up with their nose in the tail, and they don't freeze to death like us.
They seem to like being touched and cuddled.
Yeah, he's a very, very nice animal. He's entirely reliable.
And how big eventually is he still small? Is he going to grow? Is he getting
No, he's a full-grown dingo. You know, this is it. 20 kilos is the most they grow. And when you think about it, that this is our top order predator, this is the equivalent of Africa's lion in Australia.
Wow.
It's 20 kilograms, you know. It did a great job before white man came here with hoofed animals, because we didn't have an overabundance of kangaroos or the grass-eating creatures. The dingo did a good job.
They told us that they can actually flatten their feet.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of that?
Well, they actually, if they can get an egg out of a duck's nest or something like that, you're a good boy, aren't you? And of course, every joint is very flexible, so the elbow can come up past the spine.
Even the head completely.
And the head can completely turn. I never tried it with this one, but he might be able to turn his head around to look at you over there. Good boy.
Yoga dog.
And he's not young. So, but every joint will straighten out. So they
like a piece, because I know with lions they've got a little white dot on their tail.
That's right, and this is scent gland for a dingo.
Right.
This is the only way that a dingo can find his mate. You know, they travel in twos. Yes. Dingoes are not pack animals, as we're told. The only time they look like a pack is when they're teaching the family to hunt.
Right.
The young ones. But this scent gland here.
Yes.
You see it there?
Yes.
Is how he can find his mate. So breeding season comes, he comes in season the same as a female, same time of year. They may have become separated by weeks or months, but they will go to their own territory, and then what he will do is rub that on a tree.
Okay.
And that leaves his scent. But other than that, he won't leave a scent if he's not on his own territory. He will not defecate without burying it, or he won't pee except in water.
Right.
So he won't leave any sign of himself. And these animals do not sweat through the feet like dogs do.
All right.
So they don't leave any smell. Well,
it's like dogs, they start to sort of
salivate.
Yes.
A tight-lipped dog doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So unless he wants to leave his scent, he won't.
Okay.
And they're very secretive, but very, what should I say? They are also very territorial. So they protect their own territory. Yes. They protect their partner. They protect their family. Yes. And she's the mother of the 2 puppies down there. Okay, so that's why they're separated, because mum and dad are out having a run.
my gosh.
Oh.
Oh ja.
Gaat er
Nu echt helemaal
Yes, shall we get AJ Rommel?
Jullie spelen.
Kijk zo.
Bring in
Cheese in Mornington. So just after production day, I'm really happy to see you guys here. I've been a migrant in Australia for quite a few years now, 12 years we are talking, and migrated here with my brother, my twin brother, Taras, from Ukraine. So we've started making cheese in this factory 7 years ago. So we've got a cooker which basically cooks the milk or gently pasteurizes the milk. That's 600 liters at the time we do. After the pasteurizing the milk, the cooking the milk goes into making cheese or yogurt or kefir. As I've learned back a long time ago from my grandma, temperature and the culture and a good ingredient milk. The freshest you can get, the best. We came to Mornington once and we absolutely loved the location, we loved the bay, everything about the beaches here, and we've set up for cheese manufacturing and we started making cheese. This stage actually we're doing after culturing the milk and run it in the milk to set the milk, and then we're cutting. We're doing for the whey expulsion to get the water out, whey out of the product. So we get a curd much drier. After cutting, we'll be starting cooking this curd, so we get as much whey out of the cubes as possible. After cutting the curd, we let it sit for a bit, just to rest. All these cubes will come together, will fuse together.
Okay, yeah.
Once they've been cooked. And that's what creating your beautiful cheeses. We're making Dutch cheese today. So this cheese we'll be enjoying eating, sampling probably in 6 months. We'll test it and sample it, and if it's ready to be sold, it's 6 months maturation period. This Dutch recipe, when I was attending a uni back home, we had a teacher teaching us how to make this cheese, and that's a original Dutch recipe for Dutch cheese, and that's what we used to call in Ukraine. And I've learned it in Ukraine, and now I'm making it here. We like to make cheese because it's something we've learned back home. It's something been happening for years as a tradition in our family. Our grandma used to make cheese. We are graduates of the agricultural engineering university, majoring in food processing, particularly in dairy technology. So we've done this back home, and that was our passion and our life back there. Once we cut the cheese, we need to get as much moisture expulsion from the cheese cubes, and fuse them together once we cook in it. So after this cutting stage, we'll be cooking the curd, and we need a very gentle heat, to apply very gentle heat, so the cheese still stays nice and moist and sweet once it's mature. As you see, it's everything handmade and looked after very well. So this process enables us to actually look after every single batch we create. Our philosophy is preservative-free product, no additives, nothing whatsoever added to milk. Everything controlled by a human being. It's only small batches made, and we create basically product out of, as a major ingredient milk and some culture introduced to the product, and that's about it. Stirring the cheese to get more moisture out. You have to be extremely gentle on the curd. As you see, you don't want to break any of the cubes. So, and we'll be cooking this cheese very soon. Our customers are mainly health food people who enjoy more of the health benefits of the product and watching their diets as well, making sure it's not mixed with anything else. They are mainly farmers markets customers, deli shop, delicatessen shop customers, some boutique little shops. Directly from here we as well sell product from the factory, so it's all quite small at this level. Everything we pretty much do, we make once a week in the soft varieties, and with the excess milk, whatever we've got extra, we just do turn into hard cheese. Ready for the next stage soon, just hooping the cheese and collecting all these beautiful particles, which we call cubes or cheese cubes. Gotta collect them and fuse them together. The difference with harder cheeses or semi-hard cheeses, cooked cheeses and soft cheeses, is that soft cheeses we don't have to mature and they're much higher in moisture. They're very healthy products to have on a daily basis because they would be much lower in fat as well. It's still sort of cooking and rounding a bit, but it's getting quite dry, and that's what I call cheese fusing together. So it's ready for hooping pretty much. Over a busy period of times in summer when it's a lot of milk on the farms and preserving it, turning into cheese to use over winter time. And you eat more cheese in winter to get more nutrients into your body and enjoying it with the bottle of wine next to the fireplace. That's the plan. We turn the cheeses once they are ready. As you see, it's got to be nice and evenly leveled, nicely leveled in the basket. On the market these days, in smaller deli shops and at the farmers markets, we promote and we market it and sell it to the public. So we've got yogurt, kefir, a lot of fresh cheeses, variety of fresh cheeses and mature cheeses made in the premises, and we enjoy making every single bit of it. That's kefir, and a lot of Dutch people will know it by the name of
Karnemelk.
Just plain milk is a culture, which is extremely beneficial for your digestive system. My grandma always believed that, she's 89 now, and she always believed that this is what keeps your guts healthy.